Russia influence in Africa. Subscribe for more Africa facts. In 2026, Russia continues to exert influence in Africa through a military business model that prioritizes regime security and resource extraction over broad economic investment. While its total trade volume, approximate $25 to $30 billion, remains far below that of China or the West, Moscow has achieved outsized strategic impact by positioning itself as a primary security alternative for isolated or autocratic regimes. 1. Military and security influence. The Africa Corps, following the death of Yevgeny Prigozhin, the Russian Ministry of Defense integrated former Wagner Group assets into the Africa Corps, bringing paramilitary operations under direct state control. Regime protection. Russian forces provide direct protection for leaders and training for elite guards in countries like the Central African Republic, CAR, and Equatorial Guinea. Strategic bases. Moscow is aggressively pursuing naval facilities in Port Sudan, and Tobruk, Libya, to secure Mediterranean and Red Sea shipping corridors. Arms supply. Russia remains a dominant arms supplier, often providing equipment without the human rights conditionalities required by Western nations. 2. Economic and energy engagement. Resource extraction. Influence is often traded for access to natural resources. Russian entities control gold and diamond mines in CAR and Sudan, and have sought uranium interests in Niger and Namibia. Nuclear diplomacy. Rosatom has signed cooperation agreements with over 20 nations. Major projects include the construction of the El Dabar nuclear plant in Egypt and ongoing preliminary plans in Nigeria. Hydrocarbons. Major firms like Lukoil and Gazprom maintain a presence in North and West African oil and gas sectors, particularly in Algeria, Angola, and Egypt. 3. Diplomatic and soft power tactics. Anti-colonial narrative. Russia leverages Soviet-era ties and contemporary anti-Western sentiment to frame itself as a liberator and partner that respects national sovereignty. Information warfare. Moscow operates sophisticated disinformation networks, such as the African Initiative, to spread pro-Russian and anti-Western sentiment via social media, radio, and local influences. UN support. Russia seeks to secure the voting bloc of 54 African nations at the United Nations to counter international isolation and resolutions related to its war in Ukraine.